What if I could give you 3 powerful ways to improve your serve? Well, guess what? I'm going to do that right now. My name is Jeff Salzenstein, founder of Tennis Evolution, former top 100 ATP player, USTA high performance coach. And in today's video, I am going to show you 3 tips that maybe you haven't thought of before that are going to instantly help your serve. Now, I know that's a bold claim, but I really believe if you start to implement these 3 tips, your serve can go to the next level. So the first tip is this concept called windows. I'm a big fan of targeting and visualization. And so when I get ready to serve and I look over at the net, sure, I can look at targets through the net where I want the ball to land. But what I've found is that if you actually look at a spot above the net, an area that you want to hit through, and I call them windows. If you have an area where you can just practice hitting through a window above the net, that's all you have to focus on. So when I hit this serve here, I'm looking at a spot from the top of the net, probably about 2 feet up, and I'm just trying to hit it through that spot. I'm trying to essentially break the imaginary window above the net strap. Okay, so I'll take that one. That one cleared the net by about 2 inches, 2 or 3 inches. It felt great, but I started with that visual target. I simply look at the imaginary window and I hit it there. Okay, that serve went long, so it was a little bit high. Maybe I need to adjust my window. That's the cool thing, is if I'm hitting in the net, I raise my window. If I'm hitting long, I can lower my window. But we're getting out of our head. We're not focusing on technique. We're just focusing on the imaginary window. All right, so that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is that I want you to focus on your mindset. I want you to focus on what you say to yourself after a serve. One of the most powerful words that you can use is the word yes. So when you hit a serve that you like, I want you to say the word yes. If it feels really good, you do it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit a serve right now. Okay, that one didn't feel good. It went into the net. So here's what I can do. This is the mindset Jedi tricks that you can do on yourself. You can say, in this case, I felt like I hit it a little mushy. So I could say, get more of the ball. Literally tell myself to grab more of the ball. I could say the word crisper, like I want a crisper hit. I could say the word higher, which immediately tells me to hit the ball higher. I'm going to go with getting more of the ball. So I just simply say to myself, more of the ball. Okay, more of the ball. Okay, that felt amazing. It was a simple cue, a simple directive. I didn't tell I didn't say toss it more in front. I didn't say bend my knees more. I didn't say turn my shoulders. I didn't get technical. I just had a very simple cue. Get more of the ball. I'll do it again. Oh, and by the way, it felt amazing. Guess what I say? Yes. Right? You want to give yourself that affirmation that you did something correctly. A lot of times we do not give ourselves enough compliments for our success when we hit great shots. It's almost like we ignore our great shots and then we berate ourselves for our bad shots. We actually have to be gentle when we make mistakes, and then we have to be super positive and supportive when we hit those great shots. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to say yes on that. Even though I didn't make the serve, I say yes because I'm like, okay, I'm really close. I'm on the right track. Okay, I'm going to say yes, and then I need to get on top of it a little bit more. So I'll say something like dunk it, like dunk the ball, or get taller, okay? So I'll do one more here, kind of a dead ball, but we'll see if we get it right here. So I'm going to dunk this ball, okay? So I just say the word dunk, dunk. That felt really good. Yes, all right? So I give myself the yes. I feel really good about it. And this is how you can get out of any type of negative loop when you're serving. Get into that positive loop of telling yourself what you're going to do next to get better. And if you hit a great serve, say yes. Really, really pump yourself up. Okay, that's tip number 2. Tip number 3. I know we've given you amazing information already. I want to give you that 3rd tip. And it's one that I learned from John Yandel over at tennisplayer.net. He really helped me understand the serve, and he gave me one tip that helped me at the US Open when I qualified for the first time at the age of 29. and it's called the pause tip. And no, we're not talking about pausing up here at this part of the motion. We're talking about pausing before you actually go to hit the serve. So I've been guilty of this, maybe you've been guilty of this, that when you bounce the ball and then you put the ball, you put the ball next to the racket to get ready to serve, you rush and you go too fast. What John helped me do, we stole this one from Pete Sampras, is you bounce the ball and then you pause right here. You give yourself a little pause to gather yourself, to slow yourself down, because when we're nervous, we have a tendency to rush. So what I want you to focus on is you bounce the ball, whether it's 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 15 times if you're Djokovic, doesn't matter. And then you get here and you pause or you wait for a split second. Okay, so notice the difference. This is when I don't pause. Okay, it feels pretty rushed. This would be a pause, gathering myself right here. All right, that felt pretty good. Okay, so those are the 3 tips that are going to improve your serve. Number 1, hit through imaginary windows. Number 2, focus on trigger words or trigger phrases like yes, more of the ball, dunk it. Really get precise on what you're going to tell yourself to do. And tip number 3, I want you to pause before you serve. Really gather yourself, slow yourself down. You're going to serve better if you start to implement these special tips that not many people talk about. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about it, but maybe more importantly, in the link in the description, there's a link. You can click on it to get more free tips from us. We're committed to helping you get better. You can also find a link or something to click on in this video, left, right, I don't know where it is, but you can click on that link to take the next step. Take the next step in your tennis journey with us, with me. I'm passionate about helping committed players. If you want to get better, you're in the right place. Again, click the link in the description or somewhere in this video. Thanks so much for your time today. We want to keep helping you out. We're going to see you at the next video lesson, and feel free to leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much. We'll see you at the next video.